EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready. Here's a set. 180. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Oh, get pumped. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check three. Check three. Check three. Switch. Switch.
On 1st and 10, Newton steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Forced out to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down to the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going.
He's got a man, complete. And he's able To get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Newton on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, Newton. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gun.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And that's caught by Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Ready? 88. Mike 58, right there. I can't believe they let you play.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Buying time to his left. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Cam Newton now with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. He's got it to Williams. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Bach. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Bach. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd down now. Swift. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Mike 58 right there. 65, 65.
From the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints. 1st down. On 1st and 10. Bach. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
On first down, Bach. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. From the left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
They run the counter. Swift. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or do you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
To throw is Newton. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
20.
On first down, it's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Cam Newton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm going back to you. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
To throw again. Bach. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack on first down, Newton. It got his man complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back to throw, Newton.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bach. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Switch. Bang.
Hey, Delta. Bear. Joe, Jackrabbit, fire.
Looking to throw. Bach looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's now 3rd down and 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
A final shot before break. Bach, he's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Dancing to his left. He's got Smith here. And all the way down to the 26.
Get ready.
A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Newton now to throw. Flush to his right. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, with nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off with great. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, Newton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Cam Newton with his 5th touchdown pass of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Bach. And he comes back with one complete. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Throwing on 1st down. Bach. This is caught by Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit. Hey.
58's Mike. All day, baby. All day. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Hey, rock it. Hit it.
From the gun, Bach being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Man up, D. Man up, D.
2nd and 11. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
It's going to be a long day.
Now. Hey, team 6.
Operating from the gun. Bach under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the... man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Ready? Say, it's just me and you. It's just me.
Now Newton. And this one complete to Smith. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
20.
I'm trying to collect. Check.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 50, plant.
58, right there. I'm here all day.
General West.
Shift.
Two.
On first down, Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
50, Pittsburgh.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Bach. And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 2nd down, Swift. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Now.
From the gun, Bach. And he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Just like that. Just like that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's see what you got. Under 10, under 10, 10. Watch the edge. You go tight. You got tight. Get it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Looking to throw. Back. It's side here, and that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. On 1st and 10. Bach. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. On 1st down, Bach. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones.
Cam Newton all alone. He's at the 50, 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offensive coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points.